Is anybody down here? This is absolutely ridiculous. Echo. Wow. Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Sgtscortez, and I'm doing a video on Miscreated cave systems today. So, a few of you will already know there's like cave systems in the game, and they're really detailed and fun to explore. A lot of people are really interested in finding out where they are, so I thought I'd create a video today, just kind of going into detail where you can find them and, you know, what you can expect to see inside of them. So, the first cave I want to talk about is actually called the Shire. This cave is located on the southwest of the map. Being one of the largest caves, it's probably one of the most explored ones. It also has a generator on the inside, which makes it really cool. This generator you can actually like power up and stuff, but I'll go into more detail when I'm in the cave and I'll show you it. So to find this, it's literally just to the south of Woodhaven. You cross the bridge on your road to Woodhaven, you turn left, you keep following a road all the way along until you reach a farm, and it's basically right next to this farm. You'll know you're going the right direction because you'll come across a broken wrecked truck that's like on its side and stuff. You basically just continue past this truck and follow the road up past the house, past the barns, and you'll come across a dirt track road. Now, this dirt track road will lead you directly to the cave system, almost to the entrance. You just follow it up the hill to the left-hand side, and you'll come across a cabin. This cabin marks where you need to stop following the dirt track road, and you locate the like stone wall that's literally on the outside of this cabin. You just walk down the hill from this stone wall, and it'll take you right to the entrance of this cave. Just keeping in mind, you guys got to be really careful where you stand. You remember you're on the side of a hill here, and one false foot could basically send you down the hillside, and Miscreated is pretty unforgiving when it comes to drops. So just make your way down this slope here until you come to this wood sort of like platform. This is basically the main entrance to the Shire cave, and I think you guys are going to enjoy what it looks like on the inside. So making your way down into the entrance of the cave, you'll just realize how detailed the cave systems are in this game. And they are pitch black unless you have a torch. The one cool thing about this cave is it actually has a generator on the inside. You can power it up by placing fuel and batteries and oil and a drive belt, and this will illuminate the cave far superior to what your torchlight could do. Take in mind, this cave is dangerous like a few other ones. You'll often find a lot of radiation inside caves, and the best way to pinpoint the radiation is just look for blue water or like a blue luminescent glow. The best thing to do is just stay clear of these areas if you can. Unless you've got radiation pills, stay clear of them because radiation is pretty serious in this game. So, the next cave I want to talk about is very similar to the first one we just showed right there. But this cave doesn't have a generator in. It does have radiation though, so you've got to be pretty careful when rummaging around in this one. So, this cave is located right outside of Sultan by the river. To find this one, all you got to do is head towards Sultan until you see the main sign for it. Just before you get to that sign, you should see a dirt track road. You basically walk your way down this dirt track road. Pretty similar to the first cave, I guess. You're just following roads. And then you should see a split in the road. This split, you want to take the right-hand side and just keep on going forwards. Eventually, you'll come across an abandoned camp, which is pretty cool. This thing looks absolutely awesome around here. It's actually worth sometimes doing a bit of loot here because not a lot of people know about this area, and chances are you may find some loot that no one's got. So have a good rummage around this camp. It's worth it. Once you've done that, you just continue the way you were going until you come across another sort of very faint dirt track. This will take you directly towards the entrance of the cave. You very rarely find any players around here, but you do find squirrels, as you can see. So basically, what you want to do is you want to come over to the rocks on the right-hand side. This is basically how I like to get into this cave. There is another way in through water, but you're far more prone to being shot on sight around that area. And I suppose there is another way you can get into the cave by dropping through a hole, but that's pretty risky. Try not to drop too far, otherwise you will end up taking a lot of damage. as you enter the cave, you'll just notice how gorgeous it looks. I love the reflections you can see like on the roof with the water and things. It's fucking awesome. There is radiation in this cave, like I said. You can get around this bit of radiation here by finding the little secret passageway that leads you underneath like the bridge. Basically all you do is you just go straight through this tunnel until you come across like a waterfall, like a underground waterfall type of area. You just basically swim up the waterfall and boom, once you're out the water, you've bypassed that radiation altogether. This cave is pretty large. There's not a lot really to do inside of it. You will find like odd bits of loot here and there. There is other radiation pools, but as long as you stay out of the water, you're totally fine. There is like another section to this cave. It's huge. It's like a big open area. I like to refer to it as the lagoon because it's like, you know, it's like a blue, calm water area. This is this other area I was talking about. You can actually drop in through that hole at the top there if you can find it. And it's a pretty cool way of getting into the cave, but if you've got like good gear and stuff, you might not want to risk entering the cave that way. So to get out of this cave system, all you got to do, dudes, is follow that little stream and follow it until you come to the collapsed roof ceiling area, and basically just swim your way out. I was talking about this as being an entrance. I tend to avoid this as an entrance because being in the water, you're pretty helpless. I always like to be able to shoot or basically run away, so that's why I tend to use that other entrance. So, swiftly moving on to the next cave, this one is also in Sultan. It's literally just the opposite side of this last cave we were in. To find this one, all you've got to do is go down the road we were originally at, past the sign for Sultan, until you come across a gas station. Now guys, just take in mind, Sultan is a hotspot for players, so always be careful when you're like traversing through this area of the map. I actually heard gunshots and saw a few people running around in the bushes, so I tried to stay to the right hand side of the fuel station and make my way around. But all you gotta do is basically follow the road down until you come across a barrier. Jump over this barrier and then you should see like a water pipe. All you gotta do from there is you walk down this little stream until you come across some rocks on your right hand side, and then you should eventually come across like what looks like a set of stairs, like stone stairs, and this is basically the entrance to the little cave. So like stepping inside the cave, you'll realize it's actually like pretty small, but what this lacks in size, it makes up in lootability. It's unbelievable for like getting really good little guns and stuff. In fact, there's actually like 2 on this chest right in front of me, which is pretty unusual. It just goes to show how little this cave gets looted. So this is one to mark on the map definitely if you want to if you want to get looted up pretty quickly. So dudes, this next cave I want to show you is located in a pretty high density area. As you can see, this guy basically went past me. I could have killed him at any point, but I let him go because he looked pretty fresh. But other people might not be so like kind, so just be careful when you're traveling to this like next cave. It's in a pretty high pop area. You know, it's very close to the airbase, so people are usually geared up and looking for a fight when you're around this area. So be careful. So yeah, this next cave I want to show you, dudes, is actually an underwater cave. It's pretty cool. I've called it the Smugglers Den, as it's very reminiscent of something you'd see like on a pirate movie. And to find this one, it's basically on the southeast of the map, and it's basically highlighted in-game by this huge stone monument. It's like a staircase thing, and you guys will definitely come across it when you're in-game. But basically this underwater cave is just directly beneath that stone monument. So to actually get into this cave, what you've got to do is get into the water, which can be pretty tricky because you're elevated off the water by a few meters. So just be careful when trying to get into the water here because you could slip and potentially kill yourself. I've come down to the left here because I find it's easier, and basically just throw yourself into the water and swim along the rock face until you come across what looks like 3 bushes and like a semicircle crest of rocks. This is exactly where you need to be because this is the entrance of the cave. All you do is simply swim underneath the water in a straight line until you surface in the underwater cave. Now, this cave is pretty unique as obviously it's quite apparent it's underwater. Well, not technically underwater, it's just under the rocks, but you've got to get underwater to get into it. This cave is awesome because there's only one way in, one way out. and it's going to make a pretty awesome location when base building comes around. It has already been confirmed you're going to be able to build in any one of these cave systems, and I think this one will be definitely a hot spot, because limiting people access to your base is going to be a really important thing to do, and the fact it's surrounded by rock means it's pretty much impenetrable. So yeah, this is definitely a cave system worth checking out. The only thing to note in this cave is that it has a gnome on the rocks up the top left hand side there. These gnome character things are actually like placed all around the map. So yeah, if any of you dudes manage to come across any more, definitely post in the comment section below where you guys found them and stuff, because I'd be interested, as these are a little bit of an Easter egg. So yeah, just keep your eye out for them. So dudes, the final cave system I want to show you is actually located in Woodhaven. It's part of the Woodhaven Hills, and it's pretty tucked away up there. A lot of people haven't found this cave yet, but it's right under the nose, because technically Woodhaven's one of the most visited areas on the map. So to find this cave, it's very simple. You basically head to Woodhaven, which is located here on the map. Basically from the road sign, you make your way to the fuel station. Basically follow this road that goes around the left of the fuel station until you come across like a little town in like housing area. You want to take a left, head up this road, because the cave is literally up here. The cave system is up on this like hill here. You wanna head up this road and take a left until you come across a dirt track. On this dirt track, you want to follow it up the hill slightly, and then you'll come to a bend. What you want to do here is you want to ignore the dirt track from this point on and kind of go up this like hill here, this kind of like area where it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere, but actually it does. It's just concealing the entrance to the cave. So yeah, you head up here, and then boom, here's the entrance to the cave. Now, making your way into the cave, you'll soon realize there's some bizarre, like, weird, like, Illuminati symbols on the right-hand side. I don't know if that means anything or it's going to mean anything in the future, but nevertheless, pretty cool. And you'll also notice it's pretty dark in here, so I decided I'd throw some chem lights down, but they kind of failed. I kind of threw them and they went underneath and got stuck underneath, but you can see how you're going to need a torch for most of the caves and stuff, so... But yeah, this is a pretty neat little cave. It sometimes spawns some loot in here. I haven't found anything amazing. But nevertheless, I think when base building's in, this is going to be a pretty sick cave to build in for a base. Again, one way in, one way out. It's going to be nice and secure to kind of defend. And not only that, the entrance gives you an awesome look over the entire Woodhaven. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a nice little spot for a base. So dudes, that's currently all 5 cave systems in game at the moment. Just want to say a big huge thank you to everyone who's taken the time out to watch the video. I hope it's actually helped a few people out there. I definitely know a lot of people who are asking, so and again, just a big thank you for everyone who's shown support so far with the previous videos and the live streams. I'll continue to keep doing some more Miscreated content, and yeah, thank you so much dudes. I hope you all have a good day and shit, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks man.